guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Yessenia and I'm currently 34 weeks pregnant as a surrogate. So I want to go over some of the qualifications that it takes to be a surrogate. So I have a list right here of some of the qualifications and disqualifications for surrogacy. So I'm just going to go through the list. Number 1, you have to be between the ages of 21 and 42. This requirement and all the other requirements do vary from agency to agency, but these are some of the general average requirements for surrogacy. So, okay, the next one is being a resident or a citizen of the United States. A lot of people think they can travel to the United States to become a surrogate, but you're actually not able to do that at that time. There are worldwide surrogacy laws that limit you from traveling to other places to become a surrogate. So at this time, you have to be a resident or a citizen of the United States to be a surrogate. So you have to overall be healthy and you have to have a BMI of 33 or less. A lot of people don't know what BMI is, but to make it short, it is your body mass index. You can find out your BMI by Googling your height and weight and BMI into Google, and then it will show you your BMI, and your BMI has to be 33 or less. Have one child at least, and you had to have a full-term pregnancy. This requirement is really important. Many people ask, why can't I be a surrogate if I have no children? And the fertility clinics think this is really important, that you've experienced a full-term pregnancy. So you have to have at least one child that you are raising. Many people, I've seen in cases where a woman has had one child and gave that child for adoption and they were not able to become a surrogate. So you have to be raising that child or have raised that child. So you have to have full-term pregnancies and healthy deliveries. If you would be pregnant and have high-risk pregnancies, you would not be eligible to be a surrogate. You have to have stable living conditions. So you can't be moving from place to place all the time, can't be couch hopping, can't live in a shelter, you have to live in a home, you have to be very financially stable and having a stable living environment. You can't be on no government assistance. So I get a lot of controversy over this one. So you can't have WIC, no food stamps, no Section 8, anything like that will disqualify you from surrogacy. And that's pretty much the case for all surrogacy agencies. They don't want women to sign up just for the financial benefits of becoming a surrogate. So there's no government assistance allowed at this time. So you can't smoke or do any illegal drugs. This includes marijuana, tobacco, anything, hookah, vapes, no smoking, no illegal drugs, no. They just want you to be as healthy as possible because you're going to be carrying a baby for others. Okay, so you can't be currently on any depression or anxiety medications. So you could have been on those medications in the past, but you just cannot currently be taking those medications when you sign up for surrogacy. So you have to be able to enjoy pregnancy. It's really important that you enjoy pregnancy. You don't want it to be a miserable experience for you. And you have to be willing to take injectable medications. There's a lot of different fertility protocols, IVF protocols that the clinics will give. Like for me, I had to take injectable progesterone, injectable estrogen, injectable Lupron. Those are just some of the examples of medications that you have to take, and it's pretty hard. So you definitely want to do your research on IVF medications before you decide to do this. And another requirement that I think is really important is having a car. You need to have reliable transportation. There's so many different clinics that you have to drive far to. You have to be able to drive to the airport, drive to doctor's appointments and things like that. So those are the basic qualifications to be a surrogate. If you guys have any questions about the qualifications, feel free to comment them below. And now I want to talk about all the disqualifications. My hair is freaking bothering me. I want to talk about all the disqualifications for surrogacy. So there are a lot of disqualifications for surrogacy. So if you have more than 4 C-sections, that would be a disqualifier. You cannot currently be on the Depo-Bearer shot. You can't have recurrent miscarriages or late-term miscarriages. So if you've had a stillborn in the past, you would not be eligible to be a surrogate. If you've never gave birth, you would not be eligible. Okay, if you have a high BMI of sometimes 34, 35 and up, that would disqualify you from being a surrogate. If you've had a lot of pregnancies, like more than 6, that would usually disqualify you from being a surrogate. If you've had preeclampsia in the past, or if you're currently breastfeeding. If you don't have a support system, it is really important that you have a support system when you are signing up to be a surrogate for many reasons. It's a hard process, it's a long process. It's really important to have a strong support system that is going to be there for you when you're going through all of this. You can't have any felonies, and you can't have bad reports with CPS. Okay, you can't have any prior drug use. When going back to the health side of everything, you can't have endometriosis, and you can't suffer from infertility on your own. Okay, you can't have gestational diabetes in the past, and you can't be on any psychological medications like I just touched on. I was talking about the requirements. You can't have polycystic ovarian syndrome in most cases. No underlying health conditions. So many people ask me, like, if I have autism, can I do it? No. Most of the time you cannot do it if you have autism. Or I have people ask me if they can do it if they have epilepsy, and the answer is no. You can't have any underlying health conditions. You have to be extremely healthy to be a surrogate. Okay. So if you're not in the United States, you're not able to be a surrogate at this time. You can't be receiving government assistance. You can't be HIV positive. And this is a really important one. You can't be living in a non-surrogacy friendly state. There are a few states that surrogacy agencies will just not work with. I know one of these is Nebraska because they have really strict laws around surrogacy. So Nebraska is a state you cannot be a surrogate in. There are some other states that you can't, but you definitely want to do research about your states and their laws before signing up to be a surrogate. So those are the basic qualifications and disqualifications for surrogacy. If you guys have any questions, please comment them below. And if you guys have any questions for me or video ideas, feel free to comment them below. Subscribe to my channel.